I'm not too sure you're aware of it or not, but Tesla doesn't spend much on the marketing budget when it comes to advertising for its car. Instead, they use clever programs like Referral program, which allows the current owner of the car to actually refer someone new who's potentially looking forward to buying a Tesla. And how that works is you refer the new owner to a car that he wants to buy, and if the referral program allows, the new owner gets some benefits out of it, as well as you get a benefit for referring that person. And Tesla's been quite smart with these referral programs. They've adapted it along the way to give different sort of benefits, so it's not like you always get same benefit. So since I bought the car, there have been many changes to the Tesla referral program, but I think the current referral program beats them all because Tesla is giving out $750 discount if you want to buy a Tesla Model Y. But luckily, one of my contacts used my referral program to buy his Model 3. At that time, Highland wasn't the car that was launched in Australia, and he was able to claim the $750 discount, which is quite a big amount. If you ask me, like, that's almost 10%. In case of Model 3, it's more than 10% of discount for him. And what I got in return was 10,000 points, which I could redeem on the referral program shop, which is not the same as the normal Tesla shop, but there's a lot of options which you can choose from to buy from there. And I've actually chosen 3 options from that shop. So the first thing that I got from the Tesla referral program was actually the premium connectivity for a year, and it's actually pretty good. I've used the premium connectivity when I got my car for a year, but after that it wasn't something which I missed. But certainly after getting it back, there's been a couple of updates that makes it even better. Like, for example, now if your car is parked and you want to see the camera feed, you can straight away log in into your phone. If the Sentry mode is on and there's no one sitting in the car, you would be able to get live feedback from all the cameras around the car, including the one inside. So you would be able to see what's happening in and around the car from wherever you are if you have a live feedback on, premium connectivity on, Sentry mode on. The other feature that allows the premium connectivity to be a great deal is, I believe, now it supports updated map. Along with that, I'm able to play Apple Music without having to connect it to a Wi-Fi or pairing my phone. The other thing I'm able to do here is play things like YouTube, Netflix, without having to connect it to any sort of network, which is quite good. And this is one of the updates which was released after we used our free premium connectivity that came with the car when we initially bought it. I think Tesla gives out those premium connectivities for the first month. And after that, we didn't feel like we needed, but after getting the premium connectivity, especially free for a year, I believe it's one of those things which is your personal choice. If you like to listen to music as soon as you sit in the car, especially if you have services like Spotify, Apple Music, or Tidal, then I believe it's worth thinking about the premium connectivity, and especially if you're taking long trips and if you want to watch things like YouTube or Netflix while you're waiting for the car to charge, it could be quite a good investment even without the referral program. It's not that expensive. I think it's $12 per month in Australia, so it's not too expensive, and that's one of the best features that it provides. And apart from that, I got 2 more things which I'm going to be unboxing right now. And one of them is the center console trays. The other one is a sunroof wrist. I'm not too sure you've noticed that in my last videos, but we actually got a new member in our family, and the little one is a bit more sensitive to the light and to the driver. This tint is fine, but for a little child, the sun of Queensland, Australia could be quite harsh, and we just wanted a sunshade. And I'm glad that that was one of the options on the Tesla referral program shop, and I would be unboxing it and using it, and I'll share my feedback of the first impressions of both things, the Tesla's roof protector as well as the center organization trays that Tesla does provide on the shop. So let's actually unpack it and see how it is, what came inside it. I don't have any knife with me at this moment, but it's a plastic wrap, it should be fine. And the good part is, like, it was delivered within a couple of days since I ordered it. Like, I wouldn't personally maybe buy it if it wasn't for free from the referral program, but from the initial look, it looks fantastic. It comes in a great pouch. I thought it's black, but I just forgot that it could be a cover, and luckily it is. Otherwise, I don't want to sort of cover the entire thing. I just want to protect the little one from a bit of the harsh sun of Queensland, Australia. So it comes in this nifty little pack, and actually they are sold separately. The front one is sold separate from the rear one, and this is what it is. I'll have to try to place it inside the car, but from the initial impressions, it looks like a mesh sort of thing. I'm not too sure how it's gonna protect the child from sun, but putting it here, it does provide a bit of a shade. So let's just go ahead and put it inside the car. So after a lot of effort, I've actually finally figured out how to fix the sunshade, and let me show you. So this is how it looks. It doesn't look that bad, to be honest. Like, the quality of the mesh is quite good. The hinges are still a bit loose. I'm cautious of just pushing it here, but it doesn't seem to affect the hole that the sunshade have on the mirror, and it's actually blocking out quite a bit of sun. I didn't realize that it could be that harsh at the back, because when you look at it, it seems the sunroof is tinted and it should be enough, but look from this to this, you can easily spot the difference. And being in Queensland, it's quite easy to get the harshest of the sun, and doesn't matter how great your tint is, you still feel the heat, and that's one of the reasons that this sunshade is needed. And this is how it looks from outside. Like, I can still see the mesh, but it's not disrupting the view. I can still see inside, so it's actually better than what I expected it to be. Now let's look at the other accessory that I've got. So before I unbox the other accessory that I got, which is a storage compartment organizer, let's have a look at how the storage compartment looks currently. As you can see, it's not that bad, but this is the reason I want it, because you can keep putting stuff inside, but the space is not, although it's usable, but it's hard to find stuff which is like literally down there. And if I want to, let's say, find this UV filter, I'll have to go through all that stuff which was on top. And that's the thing, like, I'm hoping the organizer would allow me to put the stuff that I use frequently on top, and rest of the well could be used to store stuff which I occasionally or rarely use. So let's unbox it and see how the build quality is, as well as if it's usable enough in my scenario. So that's the box that this organizer came in, and it actually does have a separate section which I would need to sort of unpack, and there they are. That's how the organizers are packed. I believe the packaging is better on the sunshade, but I believe you need that because you might want to store them away. But this seems like a decent product, and it's plastic. For some reason, it got a lot of stuff that I can see moving in the sunshine. It's plastic on the outside, and inside it's very, I think, soft and cushiony material, and for some reason it's leaving some traces of the material. I'm not too sure it's because it's been packed for a while, or do I need to vacuum it before I actually use it, because I don't want my stuff to have all the black residue on them. But let's see how they fit. So let's see and try to fit one in here. I believe this one is designed for it. Okay, so as you can see, all the stuff that I had already is perfectly covered now, and I have two more compartments which I can use. I can slide it in front and would be able to still get access to all the stuff that I might need. So this can be used actually to store the remote of the garage, and then that space is empty, which is quite good. I expected the motion of like this compartment moving forward to be a bit more smoother, but maybe once this get used enough, it might get lose that extra grip. But nonetheless, it's, I think, more practical than the sunshade, and I'm looking forward to using this. Having these deep compartments is good, but if you don't have organizers like these ones, you might not be able to use the most out of your space, because I believe, as you saw in the front compartment of my car, there's a lot of stuff which is in there, but when you try to find it, it's more like, you know, a puzzle that you need to sort out before you can actually find the stuff that you need. I'm liking this one way better because you can hide this compartment, and that's perfect. And this fits in perfectly as well. Like, look at it, as if it came with the car. Now I understand the material is similar. Maybe it's just I think the dust off, because it's brand new, fresh, and haven't been used, so it's leaving a bit of a dust mark, which is, I think it needs a bit of a clean now. It's a lot of dust which is just accumulated everywhere, this black powder. There's a lot of dust that came from these storage compartments, and that's leaving a black sort of mark. But apart from that, the build quality seems great, and I think it makes the car space way more usable. Like, this is the accessory which I would highly recommend. If you were thinking about it, feel free to buy it because it's great. Yep, it closes perfectly. You can store stuff in here, and you still have your all the stuff that was already sitting underneath. I can store my perfume here, and that's actually pretty good. So yeah, these are the 3 things that I got from my referral code points from the Tesla shop. Since Tesla doesn't provide you charging cables anymore, so if you're referring someone, you would be able to get a free Tesla wall connector now if you are using your referral codes to do that. Otherwise, you can get enhanced Autopilot for, I think, 3 months. And that's the beauty of these referral programs. Both parties do get a benefit out of it. I've got a couple of accessories, and the person I referred got $750 discounted from his order, which is great for him, and it's even better for me because I get to try a couple of things which I wouldn't normally buy, especially straight away, but since they're free, it's easier to try. If I knew how practical and how great these are, I would have ordered the storage compartments earlier. Looking at them, and the practicality aspect is quite good. I'm not too sure about the mesh though. Like, it looks semi-decent, and to be honest, while you're driving the car, you're more focused on this roof, and it's airy feeling inducing. But to be honest, I have owned this Tesla for 2 years, and I've never sort of gone back and relaxed and enjoyed it. It's more to do with inducing the airy feeling, and that doesn't seem to block it that much. As you can see, you can still see through it. It's just that it's blocking the harshness of the light that comes in. So yeah, that's the extent of my reviews of these 2 things. I'll let you know how I go with them. But if you want to use my referral code to order your Tesla, or want to learn more about it, feel free to leave a comment into the comment section. If you want to learn anything more about Tesla Model 3 or my experience with it, or electric vehicles in general, feel free to reach out to me in comment section, and I'll be able to sort of help you with any information that you're trying to seek. And until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.